Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. If you notice something's a little different, those of you who've been with the channel a really long time notice the old mic stand is back, because I went to lift up my mic stand that just hangs on my desk, and the little tube that goes down into the C-clamp just broke right off. It just snapped. So it wasn't a very expensive piece of equipment, so it was gonna happen someday, but that's totally fine. Anyways, today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite perk from each side of Dead by Daylight. A lot of people ask me this pretty, not frequently, but this gets asked a lot in terms of on my Twitch channel. So I just want to let you guys know, as of this patch, with the updates to Legion and Ghostface, what my current favorite perks in the game are for both sides. First, I'm going to start with Survivor, because this one's probably the one that's a little bit more interesting of the two. And that's Any Means Necessary. Any Means Necessary. Any Means Necessary is by far my favorite Survivor perk. It's the one I have the most fun with because it does so many things that are so helpful to the match. Any Means Necessary allows you to see the aura of dropped pallets. So you can see when people are in chase across the map if they're using resources. So you essentially have kind of like this super duper long-ranged bond in a weird way, where you can tell where people in chases, when it's safe to go get the save, when it's safe to sit on a gen, because Any Means Necessary indirectly allows you to see when chases are happening across the map. This is kind of a stronger version of the lesser perk Alert, which is also nice for that reason, because whenever the killer does something, like kicking something, it gives you their aura. But Any Means works specifically in chases, so you know a specific instance of the killer being occupied with somebody else, which is very, very good, especially in solo queue, for allowing you to, you know, like I said, go for the save or go on a gen and stick on a gen for a while. Also, Any Means' primary use, is saving down pallets. You can literally hit the activate button and reuse a pallet. I can't tell you how many times this has like legitimately helped a match for the better. When we get maps on Survivor like Shelter Woods, when we get Shelter Woods, man, those pallets are not plentiful. Man, there are still little pallets on Shelter Woods. Please, can we, like, they remade that map and they just left it the same way it was before. Like, well, why? But yeah, with Any Means Necessary, I've literally saved matches on Shelter Woods because, you know, if the killer doesn't kick the pallet right away, I can just go over and put the pallet right back up. And now we have more resources when we get into chases later. It literally helps change the course of the game, not just for me, but for my entire team for the better. It's a very, very like incognito altruistic perk that's really, really neat. Like this perk just like literally does everything. Like literally does everything. It's so great and it's so nice. My favorite killer perk right now, and this was a hard one. This one came down to two perks, and I eventually went with the other one just because, and maybe this is just rose-colored glasses because it's a brand new one. But my current favorite perk on the killer side is Scourge Hook Floods of Rage. And I think that comes more with the fact that I like playing characters like Huntress, like Nurse, like Pyramid Head that can really take advantage of this. Also using it on Sadako, the character it came out with cool builds like Devour, Make Your Choice, and smacking the mic, and that sort of thing. Like I love the synergy that this perk can create with killer powers. And I think that it's very rare when you have a perk come out that's just not roguely like a big boy slowdown, or it's just a useless perk that like you have to like run like 3 perks with to get to work. Like I feel like the best perks are the ones that like come out and you're like, wow, if you run this perk on this character, it really shines, you know? And I feel like Floods of Rage does that with ranged killers, with killers that have the capability to like travel around the map very, very easily. And even in that regard to characters who don't have that, Floods of Rage is still helpful because when they come off the Scourge Hook, you get aura reading on everyone. And unlike Barbecue, it doesn't have like a range increment where it's not a thing. Like somebody could be in chase with you and then suddenly mid chase you have aura reading. Like it's like you have Scratch Mirror, but you're full speed. So like even with characters that you can't even like necessarily like it doesn't synergize well because blah blah blah. Like it still helps because it gives you aura reading like mid chase, or there could be somebody like immersing next to you to even know is there. This is obviously most helpful with characters like Nurse and Pyramid Head, who can quite literally hit people through walls or get close to hitting people through walls. Obviously, like I said, with Huntress, hitting those long range shots, those skill shots from far away, super exciting. I need to start trying this perk on characters like Blight and Hillbilly because it sounds interesting, the idea of like you know, like no matter where anybody is that gets shown to you on Floods of Rage, you can probably go reach them. Like you can probably go like attack them. You can probably go touch them. You'd be like, oh, they're over there, and you could be there in like 2 seconds. So that sounds fun. Like this perk's just fun. I think that's the big thing. Is like this perk is effective, but it's mostly just fun. It just keeps you in the chase and keeps you in it. It just keeps you going. Like it's just super cool. Like it creates plays that would not have previously existed because of its existence, and it synergizes really well with certain killer powers. Like there's not much more you can ask for in a killer power, to be honest. I mean, like I know you probably want like I want a perk that actually like causes slowdown. That does pain resonance. That already exists. This is the fun perk. This is the fun Scourge Hook. Okay. I do want to honorably mention the perk that almost won, and that I like literally when I was like putting my notes down for this video, like it was my favorite killer perk up until like 15 minutes before I recorded this is Enduring. I almost said Enduring because honestly, what I did was I was like any means I knew was like my locked in slot for Survivor. I have so much fun with that perk. But like with killer perks, I don't think killer perks are actually like too dynamic and interesting, to be honest, for the most part. So I just kind of like looked through all my killers. I know I have Enduring on almost like half of my killers. Like I have Enduring on almost every killer. And that makes sense because it's like 50% less stun means I just stay in chase. Chase is like what brings me to the game. So obviously the perk that allows me to just stay in chase longer is like super nice. Enduring also really synergizes well with a bunch of other perks in tandem, like Brutal or Spirit Fury, which are also incredibly fun. I think one of my favorite combos that I noticed that I do is like Enduring Corrupt, Enduring Spirit Fury, like Enduring and then something else that like makes the match not go by as quickly. And I know like if you hear that, you're like, well, that's what slowdowns do, Brand, you idiot. But yeah, but like, I don't know. Like I would rather just like keep in chase. I don't want to like babysit gens or that sort of thing. Like I like perks that like allow me to just keep in the chase and keep doing the chasing. And I think Enduring stops that whole like super annoying like pallet situation where they're just dropping the pallet the first loop through and that sort of thing. You can just like, oh, easy stun, you can go around, easy stun, you can kick it and get right back into the chase. It's just helpful. It's just nice. It's just nice. So my honorable mention is Enduring. But yeah, those are my 2 favorite perks for both sides. What are your 2 favorite perks for both sides? What is your favorite Survivor perk? What is your favorite killer perk? Let me know why in the comments down below. Other than that, that's going to be it for today's video. I do upload daily, so hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But if I don't, I will see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.